In this video, I'll be showing you how to customize the whole callout default text when using the whole callout function in a drawing in Solidworks. This will enable you to quickly use any personal or company's standard drawing notes for any whole you create using the whole wizard instead of manually editing them. And of course, save up some of that valuable time of yours. Let's take a quick look first at how the whole callout text works. In a drawing, by double-clicking a callout, you will see in the Property Manager the default dimension text for that specific whole. Here you can edit that text with a custom text or symbols. You'll notice that everything that is inside these two symbols, or brackets for a lack of a better term, is a whole wizard variable. For example, hw-diam is a variable that will return the whole diameter. hw-depth will return, of course, the depth of the hole, and the other two are symbols, which are all written using only uppercase letters. But if you'd like to get a certain variable, you can click in the callout variables button and you will see every option you could get. And from here you can learn each variable name to create an automatic custom callout. Now, what you must understand is that when you use the whole wizard and choose a specific whole with specific dimensions from a specific standard, you create a configuration or something similar. And then, depending on those specifications, Solidworks searches in a text file the default text for each whole callout using certain variables in a specific order. This text file is installed in the same default path, but if for some reason you had a very custom installation, you should be able to find it by going to the System Options, then File Locations, and then look for the whole callout format file path. Here we'll find the text file in which all of the whole callouts are found and defined, which looks like this. Next, all you need to do is find the whole callout you want to edit. The whole callouts are organized per standards first. For example, we have all the ANSI inch callouts first. And then for each standard there is a section for each type of hole. And then for each extra option to define that hole, like the end condition, counter bores, counter sinks, fits, and so on, there will be a default text that says the names of the variables in a specific order to retrieve the information from. Let's create the hole that will give us this whole callout. We need to choose the ANSI inch standard first, and then choose a countersink hole for the hole type. You'll notice that for this type of hole, the type here, the size and fit won't matter at all. Those options will just affect some callout variables like the diameters, depths, and other stuff, and you can see the changes by checking on this checkbox. What does matter is the end condition and the next options, because if you choose any other end condition that is not a through all, you will fall in one of the first two callout definitions. You can know this because this will give you the name of the callout. First is the hole type and then the end condition. The other ones I'll say through. So we'll choose the through all option and we'll check the head clearance and the far side countersink options. This should put us in this callout section. I know it because it says here that this is for a head clearance and far side countersink. For now, we'll use this option, the increased C-sink. The other options won't really matter, like the tolerances, fits, and so on. For this type of hole, this is not useful. In the drawing, by getting the whole callout, we can see that we created the callout we were expecting. Let's just zoom in here. And we do see that this text is equal to the one that we see here, except for this line. So if we go back to the whole definition and now use the added C-bore option for the head clearance and maybe choosing a better size, so this is more obvious, then we will see this extra line that just appeared. And now the texts are the same. Having said that, those callouts are okay to me, but I don't like how the double holds callouts are created. Let's look at this piece. I have a press and clearance double hole created. Let's see the drawing and create the whole callouts. In my company, we like to add a note to the callout that says S.F for a slide or clearance fit double hole, and P.F for a press fit, as well as 2 extra symbols. Which would be these 2. So instead of doing that and editing each callout every time, I can look for the callouts in the text file and edit them here. We use a metric standard, so we must first find the ANSI metric section. This is a very big text file, so we can use Ctrl F and just search for the keyword. This will take us to where the ANSI metric section begins. So if we scroll down a little, we see that there are 4 sections for the double holes, for a nominal, press, clearance, and transitional fit. I just want to edit the clearance and press fits for now. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to add the S.F text in all of the callouts, and I shouldn't have to do this ever again. And something similar for the press double holes. So I'm just going to help myself a little bit, copy this text and put it here. There we go. Now all we need to do is save this file. You may need to replace this file in the default location with a copy, or have administrator permissions. And you may also need to restart Solidworks. So let's just do that first, and we'll go back to the drawing. Now, what we just did will only work for new hole callouts. So any hole that you made before the changes will remain like they were. So if you want them changed, you need to delete and create them again. So let's just make the double holes again. I need to choose ANSI metric, a straight hole, double holes, choose my diameter, I'll choose the end condition through all, ignore the rest, and depending on the version you have of Solidworks, you may find the fit options a little earlier, but starting from 2020 I believe, you will find those options here a little hidden, so you need to go to tolerance precision, and normally you'll see the none option, but if you choose fit with tolerance, or fit with tolerance only, you will enable these extra options, and for now I'll just choose the press fit option. Let's create the other one, but we'll use a clearance fit, and I'll just make this a little bigger. And now let's look at the drawing. So if we did this right, we should see our custom callouts by default. And that's how you do this. Pretty neat, right? Anyway, that's all we have for this video. If you found this useful, leave a comment, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I hope you can achieve great things with all that new extra time you will get. Remember, work smarter, not harder.